Hello, today I'm going to be covering all the rides at Wild Rivers.
But Bentley, didn't you do that already?
Yes, however that was the Wild Rivers that opened 2022 and is still open. This Wild Rivers was the same company, same city but mostly different rides and opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. The place it was is now a neighborhood and is a 16-minute drive to the current one. The first ride I'll talk about is the Abyss. Opening in 1987 and closed in 2011, this ride lives up to its name. It's dark and quite soothing. Most of the opening dates are more rough estimates, so take it with a grain of sand. This ride has a lot more and higher quality pictures. Bazooka Bowls opened in 2002 and closed in 2011. There were two mirrored slides that dropped you into a bowl. It's kind of similar to Tiki's Revenge at Wild Rivers 2.0. This ride got reimagined at Wild Rivers 2.0. Bombay Blasters opened in 1986 and closed in 2011, and honestly the new isn't as good as it was. I like going through a wall. I think that's cool, as now it's more than average. Overall, just add a concrete wall and all is well. Chaos opened in 1994 and closed in 2011. This ride is very similar to another ride I'll cover. Look at this, you can't tell a difference. From what I've heard, this ride is crazy. The Cobras opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. These were said to be very thrilling, unlike the Abyss. Also, I never went to this Wild Rivers either, so don't expect opinions. This ride is actually really cool. Condo River Rapids opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. This ride was a cool, rapid ride where you were on a tube going down a slide. To put it best, it's a low-quality version of Blizzard Beach at Disney World. If you thought the 2011 closers were too predictable, this one isn't. The Edge opened in 1990 and closed in 2005 due to safety concerns. There was also a similar slide, which I'll cover, that was also open. If this ride opened today, it would get copyright claim. Hurricane Harbor opened in 1987 and closed in 2011. If you're wondering, Six Flags didn't use the Hurricane Harbor name until 1995 for the Los Angeles Hurricane Harbor. Besides that, the actual wave pool isn't anything special. This ride has little to no date about it. Kitty Bombay opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. The ride is pretty much lost media. There is no pictures of the ride, mentions of what the ride is exactly or even where. All we know is that it was a flat ride and it was open from 1986 to 2011. Similarly to Kitty Bombay, Kitty Kondo was also a flat ride opening in 1986 and closed in 2011. Kitty Bombay and Kitty Kondo might be simulators according to Log Ride, however I can't find any other proof. This ride is the sister slide to the Edge. The Ledge opened in 1990 and closed in 2005 for being too dangerous like her brother, the Edge. Also, from what I heard, the Edge plus the Ledge together are labeled as the Liquidator. What do you know? Another ride that opened in 1986 and closed in 2011 that is a flat ride and maybe a simulator but doesn't have any pictures. Matarama opened in, well, I told you, I don't know why there is so many rides like this. Why? One wave pool is not enough. Monsoon Lagoon opened in 1987 and closed in 2011 like most things. It still baffles me that there are two wave pools and they aren't on different sides of the park. There's 81 feet between them and they look almost the same. This ride looks really fun. Nairobi Express opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. For being so simple, it's look really fun. It's kind of similar to Tahitian Toucan at Wild Rivers 2.0, but it's longer. This ride has a lot going for it. The Patriot opened in 1998 and closed in 2011. This ride is cool, having a lot of turns and overall going pretty fast. There isn't anything unique, just good which I can respect. Lazy River time. Safari River Expedition opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. The Safari River Expedition is smaller than Castaway River at Wild River 2.0 but bigger than Build-A-Raft River at Legoland California Water Park. It's a lazy river, that's all. This ride is very basic, which I said was good, but this is extremely basic. Serengeti Surf Hill opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. This ride is your average body mat slide where you go head first, Enough said. This is essentially what Tahiti and Toucan was before it had the name. Schweitzer Falls opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. These are basic but are pretty iconic, like Bombay Blasters. This ride has a funny name. Watube opened in 1986 and closed in 2011 and is pretty basic. The only interesting thing is the name. This is the last ride of the day. Wipeout opened in 1986 and closed in 2011. This ride was cool and went really fast. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sorry if these entries were shorter than normal. I never went to Wild River 1.0 and finding footage is scarce. I hope you enjoyed what I made. I'll see you at Disneyland.